Welcome back to the Phantom Gourmet. There is no doubt that the North End of Boston is one of the greatest Italian neighborhoods anywhere outside of Italy, and the epicenter of the North End is Hanover Street. Home to dozens of restaurants, cafes, and bakeries, Hanover Street has now welcomed a restaurant called Little Sage to its address book of tasty neighbors. Little Sage is a restaurant revival of sorts. Partners Jen Matarazzo and chef Tony Susi have been in the industry for decades, and they are thrilled to be back in the old neighborhood.
So the name Little Sage harks back to the original version of Sage that used to be on Prince Street. We were there for 10 years. Whenever anyone would reminisce about the old restaurants, they always refer to it as Little Sage. So we decided to go in that direction. So this is Little Sage. We're definitely a neighborhood bistro vibe. Pretty simple, very friendly, very inviting.
Little Sage's menu takes traditional Italian fare along with inspiration from the seasons to create some truly one-of-a-kind dishes like the burrata appetizer. It comes with super fresh burrata cheese, of course, along with roasted butternut squash, a brown butter vinaigrette, and pumpkin seeds.
I like to play on flavors and textures. It's served with a piece of toasted ciabatta bread. So you're gonna break off a piece of that bread, spread the burrata on it, piece of squash that's dressed in the brown butter vinaigrette. So you're gonna get a combination of flavors and textures.
Another great antipasto is the maitake mushroom tempura. It's deep fried and served with stracciatella, which is the creamy cheese at the center of burrata, alongside some toasted almonds with saffron and roasted red peppers. Little Sage also does a bluefin tuna carpaccio that is salty, spicy, and totally addicting.
Bluefin tuna, we pound it out thin. We dress it simply with some pickled shallots, some black cured olives, and I do a spicy aioli just to give it a little bang. It's really good.
People always come to the North End for pasta, and Little Sage makes all their pastas in-house. They have classics like ricotta gnocchi with those soft pillows of pasta and ricotta cheese topped with smoked butter, fresh Maine lobster, and cherry tomatoes for the perfect balance of sweet and acidic. For something out of the ordinary, they offer squid ink pasta featuring homemade dough that is kneaded with that black squid ink so you get that great deep color, and it's tossed with fresh crab meat, some calabrese peppers for a little kick, and it's topped with crunchy breadcrumbs. But for the dish nearest and dearest to Chef Tony, you gotta get the baked fazzoletti.
The fazzoletti pasta is by far our signature pasta dish. And it's pretty special to me because I've been doing this for quite a long time over the years. Basically, it's a triangular lasagna. In the layers, the stuffing is made of braised short rib, spinach, and fontina cheese. And then there's a little bit of bechamel, and then we bake it in our 700-degree pizza oven, and we serve it a little bit of our charred cherry tomatoes that we also roast in the oven. It's a special dish.
The brick oven is really the centerpiece of the Little Sage kitchen. They are churning out fire-roasted dishes like jumbo shrimp, cooked in garlic butter with chickpeas and cherry tomatoes, and served with house-made ciabatta croutons to soak up all that extra butter. If you prefer your proteins grass-fed, check out the pork chop Milanese. They take a bone-in chop, they pound it into a cutlet before frying it and serving it with green beans, baby carrots, and smoked paprika aioli with some fresh grated pecorino on top. They're also serving up a simple yet delicious Italian-style roast chicken.
The chicken is definitely one of our popular dishes. We roast it in the oven. In the simple preparation, it's brown butter, it's sage, salt, and these small roasted marble potatoes that we just crush them and bake it all together. In the oven, the skin gets nice and crispy, but it still stays juicy. It's 3 simple ingredients, but it's fantastic.
One bite.
Ready for dessert? Of course you are. So we're gonna go with a traditional Italian favorite, the panna cotta. Here they're infusing cream with basil leaves and folding in some creme fraiche before topping it all off with diced strawberries and a little saba, which is like a fortified sweet wine. So if you want to visit a little North End restaurant with not so little flavor, you got to check out Little Sage on Hanover Street.
We're a small restaurant, but I think we do some interesting food. We do our best to really reflect the neighborhood. The North End, there's so much more to it than the typical old school Italian tourist traffic-y type of places. There's a lot going on in this neighborhood, and I love it. It's my home.